When Daniel moved into his new apartment, it seemed perfect. Quiet neighborhood, clean building, and a cheap rent that didn't make sense for the area. The landlord just smiled and said, "It's been hard to keep the place full. People don't stay long." Daniel didn't ask questions. He needed a fresh start after a bitter divorce and job change. The apartment was on the second floor, and from his bedroom, he could hear faint creaks from the unit above. It comforted him, somehow just a reminder that he wasn't alone. But after a week, he realized something strange. The apartment upstairs was vacant. When he asked the landlord about it, the man scratched his head and replied, "That one's been empty for months." "Why?" Daniel didn't answer. He just nodded and walked away. That night, he listened closely. The noises were clearer now. Footsteps, pacing from one end of the ceiling to the other. Sometimes a dragging sound, like something heavy being pulled across the floor. At 2:46 a.m., the noise stopped completely. The next night, it returned. And every night after that too, 46 a.m. sharp. He told himself it was pipes or the building shifting. Old buildings made sounds. But one night, the sound changed. It wasn't footsteps anymore. It was sobbing, low, soft crying. Directly above his bed, he stared at the ceiling, heart racing, frozen with fear. He turned on music, slept with the lights on. Nothing helped. He finally decided to go upstairs and look for himself. The apartment door was unlocked. Inside, the unit was dusty and empty. No furniture, no carpet. But in the middle of the living room was a single chair, facing the wall. Daniel approached it slowly, sweat breaking down his back. On the wall were faint scratches, words etched in with fingernails. "Still here, still cold, still waiting." He backed out and ran. The landlord didn't seem surprised when Daniel confronted him. "That place, it's got history. Girl lived up there. Lonely. Nobody ever visited. She died up there. Suicide, I think. Or starvation. No one checked for weeks." Daniel moved out the next day. But sometimes at 2:46 a.m., no matter where he is, he swears he can still hear footsteps above him.